Hello, welcome to Modern Yoga Movement. This is Miles Maeda, and we're here at our yoga retreat, Liberty Arising. If you're interested in our facilities or in the yoga programs that we offer here, you can find the links in the description below. This sequence will be doing some finishing postures, and we'll be doing a little bit of headstand. So this is important to practice carefully. Eventually you will develop strength and stability in the neck muscles and the spine to be able to do a headstand. But until you feel confident, it's good to practice these modifications. So we're going to start in our rock pose, sitting on the heels. Now something that can be helpful is we do put pressure on the head. There is a headstand variation where you don't have so much pressure on the head, but we're going to be doing the tripod version with open palms. So it can help to have a little bit extra cushion. So I like to fold my mat, and I'd like to make a big surface area. So I pull the mat quite far back. All right, so we're sitting on the heels in Vajrasana, and we are lifting, deep inner lift from the pelvic floor, up along the spine, up through the throat, lifting from the back of the head, and inhale here, and exhale. We're going to come into child's pose, but let's place the hands alongside the feet, resting the forehead on the floor. So we want to breathe long and deep. And then place the hands alongside the knees. And we're going to do a dynamic rabbit, where on the inhale we're going to lift the pelvis off the feet and roll carefully to the top of the head. Now your hands, you can adjust your hands so that your elbows end up being about 90 degrees and your hands are under the elbows. And then we carefully roll back down onto the forehead. So we're massaging the head and beginning to put weight and pressure on the crown. So just do this a few times nice and slow. We inhale as we roll up, using the hands and legs for support. Exhale down. Inhale. And just finding that spot where you feel like you're balanced at the top of the crown of the head. And roll down. So that rabbit pose can be a very nice way to release tension in the neck and shoulders, and it's also a good preparation for the headstand. So inhale here, draw the legs together, and exhale, let's roll up. When we do the headstand prep, we want to make sure we have a tripod. So we want a triangle where the head will be more in front and the hands are going to be more in back, and generally it should be an equilateral triangle. So the first thing we're going to do is just get used to putting a little bit more weight on the head and letting the pelvis come up and over towards the head. So what we want to do is we want to be able to place the hands shoulder width apart on the floor and then aim the head so that we can create this equilateral triangle. So I'm going to bend forward, lift my pelvis off my feet, and place my head down in a position where when I roll up like this rabbit position, I can see the 90-degree angle bend in my elbows, and the hands are under the elbows, and my head is forward, creating this triangle. So flex the feet here. You're going to use your hands and use your feet. We're going to inhale, lift the knees up, and then exhale, lower the knees. So it's okay to slightly come out of the pose and then come back in. And we inhale, lift, and down. And you just might do this a few times. When you're ready, you can roll to the crown, lift, and then just take little steps, walking the feet towards the head, lengthening the spine, and seeing if you can lift, stay balanced, and get the pelvis somewhat over the shoulders. So you're pushing down with your toes, pushing down with your head, and you're starting to push down through the crown and lengthen the spine so the pelvis lifts up. And after a few breaths, inhale here, and then exhale, walk the feet back. Put weight back in the legs and the knees. And you always want to rest after doing that kind of inversion in a neutral pose. So child's pose allows everything to rebalance itself after being upside down. And after you take a few breaths, then we can roll up. So we inhale, draw the knees together, and then exhale, roll up. Okay, the next variation, we're going to place one of the knees on one of the elbows, and we'll go back and forth. So this is if you feel confident that you can put a little bit more weight on the head and start to strengthen the muscles of the neck. So we place the hands shoulder width apart. The head is forward of the hands, making our triangle. And it's okay to adjust. If you need more cushion, you can fold up the mat more, but you don't want the mat stacked too high, but you do want to feel comfortable in this position. So flex the feet, lift the knees, extend the legs, and walk your feet towards you. So your spine is lifted using your hands and your head for support. You bend one knee and just see if you can place it right on top of the arm near the elbow, and then switch sides. So this will help us check that our arms are in the right position, because we want the weight to bear down on the arm, and that forearm should be vertical to the floor. And it will support the head, the neck, and the spine. So after you do it a couple times on each side, inhale, exhale again, walk the feet out, lower the knees, carefully roll onto the forehead, and stay in this neutral position at least for a few breaths. Relaxing the elbows, relaxing the shoulders. A lot of blood circulates into the head when we are upside down, so we want to regulate the blood pressure. And then we inhale, draw the legs together, and exhale, roll up. Okay, we're not doing a full headstand today, but if you can, both knees on both elbows. And if you can do that, that is a great foundation to build your headstand upon. So we inhale, exhale, place the hands on the floor, head down in front. Flex the feet, lift the knees. Walk your toes, you're high up on the toes, so press down with the feet, the hands, the crown, lifting the spine. And see if you can get one knee on the elbow. And then just see if you can lift that other foot off the floor. That might be scary. So just do that if that's all you can do. But if you feel you can lift it and hold it up there, then bend the knee and place both knees on the elbows. And find the balance. Find the balance between the head and the hands. So with the knees here, you'll have a little bit more weight on the hands. And this takes a little bit of the pressure, again, off the head and the neck. So we're still doing that deep inner lift. Shoulders down from the ears, extending the neck. And we inhale. And when you're ready to come down, one foot at a time, bring it down to the floor, walk the feet away, come down onto the knees, and rest in child's pose. that is the most intense of all the variations that we've done. So again, be sure to allow the body to regulate, breathe, relax. Let the body integrate the information. And if any of it was too intense, then just do one of the easier variations. And with practice, you'll be able to build up. So let's inhale, exhale, roll up. And just notice how you're feeling. No need to rush. Always take your time. Let's open the mat back up. And from here, we will slide the feet out to the side and stretch the legs out in front. Scoot to the front of the mat. We're going to roll down and lie on the back. So the feet are flat on the floor, bend the knees, hold the hands behind the knees, and we inhale, lift as you pull the heels towards you. And keep that lift as you exhale and start to round the back. You're going to let the feet slide on the floor, pulling with your hands, pushing with your legs, and controlling the roll down. Release the head, hug the knees into the chest. Okay, feet flat on the floor. We'll do an abdominal twist. So the pelvis shifts to the right and the feet shift to the right. And extend that left leg onto the floor. Extend the right leg out to your side. Inhale, bring the knee up. And exhale, spinal twist or abdominal twist, bringing the knee towards the floor. And you can turn your head and look to the right. So long, deep breaths. Feel the twist in the belly, in the back. And we're also feeling a stretch in the outside of the hips and the leg. Inhale, center. And we'll change sides, so bend the knees. Shift the pelvis to the left, feet to the left. And extend the right leg. Left arm out to the side. Bring the knee up, inhale. And exhale. With the aid of the right hand, bringing the knee towards the floor. Now, it's not so important to put the knee down on the floor, but you really want to feel the spiral here in the belly, as well as in your lower back, and feeling it in the outside of the hip and the leg. And to get the spiral further up the spine, you can turn your head and look left. So long, deep breathing, letting the breath flow. And then come to center, bend your knees, feet flat, and center the body on the mat. So after doing headstand, it's good to do shoulder stand. The headstand's considered a king pose, and the shoulder stand's a queen pose. So the king, even though it's a finishing pose, it's a little more, it has a little intensity to it, so the shoulder stand has a little bit more restorative qualities to it. Bring the knees into the chest, hands push down on the floor, and we extend the legs as you use your abdominals to bring the legs over into an easy plow position. The feet can stay off the floor. Bend your elbows, place your hands on your lower back. And we'll come into a half candle. And this is an easier version of a shoulder stand that a lot of people can do a little bit more, it's more accessible to a lot more people. So your hands are on your pelvis, and you let your body weight be supported by the hands and arms. Extend the legs, and just breathe. So your shoulders are down from your neck, and your chin can be a little bit towards the chest. And there's a little space between the back of the neck and the floor. Inhale here, and on the exhale, come into our easy plow. Walk the hands further up the back. Walk your shoulder blades towards each other. And if you can go further, we come into a full shoulder stand, extending the legs up, and let the body weight be in the shoulders and the elbows. And just be careful that you're not bearing weight on your head and neck. So draw your legs together, reach up through your toes. Long, deep breathing. And again, just check where your center is, placing it in the elbows and shoulders. So inhale, exhale, bring the legs down into plow. If you can, toes touch the floor. Some people point, some people flex. It's your choice. If you want to stretch all of that connective tissue layer in the back, flex the feet and walk the toes towards the crown and see if you can press the heels towards the floor. Inhale, and let's extend the arms onto the floor. Exhale, start to roll down. See if you can keep your knees close to your face, adjusting yourself as you come down. Keep the legs together, reach the heels, and we'll make this easy. Point the toes, bend the knees, and bring the feet onto the floor. Extend the legs, open your arms out to the sides, tuck your shoulder blades under the back, and relax. We want to feel that we can integrate all the work that we've done in our final relaxation. So we totally relax the body, feeling that the energy of the postures we've done and the movements we've done is nourishing all the cells in the body. We can rest here anywhere from 6 or 7 minutes to 9 or 10 minutes. So it's your choice if you'd like to stay here and really deeply rest. Otherwise, we're going to slowly come out by taking a deep breath in, a nice long exhale, bringing awareness back to the breath, and then bringing awareness back to the body by wiggling the fingers and toes, circling the wrists and ankles, both directions. And then inhale, stretching the arms overhead for a nice full body stretch, reaching all the way from the fingers to the toes. Inhale. Exhale, hug one knee into the chest, and then both knees into the chest, rocking side to side. And then place the hands behind the knees, bring the head and shoulders up, and we'll rock and roll on the back, kicking the feet, rolling and massaging along the full length of the spine, stimulating all of the connective tissue layers in the back, waking up the body, bringing it energy. You're rolling back to the shoulders and rolling up to your tripod, the sits bones and tail. And then we'll sit up and relax. Just find a comfortable sitting position. As we finish, you can take a moment to observe yourself. Notice how you're feeling in your body, your energy. Noticing the state of the mind. And that completes our sequence. Thank you for joining me in this practice.